Hi everyone, this is Cathelijne from Angel Lightheart and it is March, so that means it's time for March Meet the Maker. And what am I holding up? Well, this is the list of prompts of the March Meet the Maker challenge. Basically what this is an Instagram challenge, and the person who has thought this up and has done for years is Joanne Hawker. You can follow her at Joanne Hawker. And she gives us these prompts throughout the month to showcase our work, to tell you a little bit about what it is that we do. I'm currently recording this both for YouTube in landscape and on my phone in portrait, so I might end up looking at none of you, but somewhere in between. But anyways, I thought it would be a good idea to put something on my YouTube as well, so people will know that this is happening. And it's so nice to follow, because I think it's more than just a challenge. What it is also it's creating community. Because if you follow the hashtag March Meet the Maker, you will find so many lovely creatives all over the planet, and it's just so lovely to see what they do and why they do it and how they make it. And if you are a creative like I am, that in itself is very inspiring. And I think that's just what we need at this time on the planet, because with everything that's happening on the earth and all the chaos and all the terrible things happening, it is making a lot of us who are very sensitive feel all the stress and all the heaviness in the collective, also feel overwhelmed with nervous systems going haywire with all the stress. And I think by being in that creative zone, we counteract that, because it calms us down and it creates beauty, and we need more beauty in this world. So today's prompt is about you and your brand. I always find that such a hard question. How are you going to explain who you are? In my opinion, we are all multidimensional souls that are incarnated in a physical body. And as a multidimensional soul, we are here to learn soul lessons, but also to live our soul mission. And by doing so, to shine our light and to contribute to this world and to make it hopefully a better place. So that's kind of my mission. My mission is to inspire people to find their soul mission and to live from their soul, to live from their heart. And that's also why my company name is Angel Lightheart. When I started this work, I was still working as a psychologist at the time. But I started to create angel sculptures, a bit like the one in the back, though back then they looked a little bit different. But I'll share you about that in another video. And I was working, besides my very scientific job as a psychologist, I was working to become more spiritual, to develop my inner senses. I was very connected to the angels. I was reading about it, doing courses about it. I'd had my own angels experiences, so hence the word angel. Light, because I do feel we all have a light inside of us, and some of us are aware of that, and they will probably say I'm a light worker or I'm a light carrier, and they know they have a light inside of them that they want to shine, and they very consciously use it to make the world a better place, which is how I kind of see my task. But sometimes life happens, like what's happening on the planet at the moment. I've got lots of friends in America who are under a lot of stress, with what's happening in their politics and in their country. And then it's easy to kind of let your light be sort of dimmed a bit. So my light aims to help people remember that they have a light inside of them, that they can shine that light. And the more they listen to their heart, which is where the heart comes in, and live from the heart, the easier it will be to follow their soul's prompts and to shine their light. So that's overall kind of what I see as my mission. Now, my brand is kind of divided up. So Angel Lightheart has a logo, which is incidentally the front of one of my oracle sets. By the way, all my publications currently are in Dutch, and usually I would do this in Dutch. But because March Meet the Maker is, it's an English project, it's an international project, I want everybody to be able to follow along, including all my lovely creative and author friends all over the world. So that's why I'm doing it in English, and I hope all the lovely people from the Netherlands and Belgium will will excuse me for doing so this time. Last year I got somebody who was like, why is this in English? Well, because it's an international project and community, I'd say. So anyways, that's why it's in English, and this is all in Dutch. So this is my logo. Again, the angel, the heart, the light, angel light heart. But my brand is more, my brand sort of is, I'm not good at branding. Let me just say, I'm not good at branding. So I've got Angel Lightheart as my brand. It's how I'm registered as a business. But my web shop is called Angels & Co. because I thought it would be a bit shorter and easier. And I have an online portal as well with lots of courses and light activations and workshops. And that one is called the Lightwork Portal. So I think my branding and all the names is a bit how I work as well. So if people ask me what I do or what I am, I might just have to say I'm what we call in Dutch a creatieve duizendpoot. A creatieve duizendpoot, if you translate this literally, it would be a creative centipede. And what do we mean by this? It means that somebody is creative and they do loads of different things. And well, one of the prompts I think is what you make on the 9th next week. So I will tell you more about what I do, but you can see a little bit, you can see my oracles in my books, and there's more to me than just a publication. Obviously, I already mentioned the sculptures. I create essences. I'm already going ahead of myself for next week. But anyways, I love variety. I love creativity. I love spirituality. And for me, it's all very logically connected. But people who are in marketing, who see my sites are like, what? People will get lost in all of this. So maybe I can guide you through it a little bit in March Meet the Maker. But anyways, that's the short story of my brand. Basically anything I do, whether it's writing, whether those writings are blogs or articles or books or publication, oracle cards, whether it is through the crystals that I activate or the crystal essences that I make or the angel drawings that I do, all of it really is directed to helping you remember that you are more than this physical body. You are a soul, you have light, and that light wants to shine. And also, good news, you're not alone. So we all, in my opinion, have a guardian angel and a spirit guide team, including mystical guides like perhaps a dragon or a unicorn or a fairy or another elemental being, depending on the person and where they are in life. And by asking them to help us and guide us, it becomes easier to go our spiritual journey, and it becomes easier to understand how it is that we want to shine our light. So that's kind of what my brand is about. I'm going to tell you a little bit about behind the scenes in the next one, which will be Wednesday. I'll take you through the rest of my workspace so that you can get a bit of an idea of how it all flows. And that's nice for my regulars who order from me. They can kind of see where it's all being done. And then we will see how the rest unfolds. I am not yet sure whether all of this will be videos. In the past years, what I did was I would just make a picture, a photograph, and caption underneath it, and that was that. And it was a lot less time consuming than making videos, but you can tell a lot more in a video, and I thought it would be nice to change things around. So I'm not sure if all of it will be videos yet. It might be, it might not be. You might let me know if you prefer, do you prefer videos? What do you guys want to see? Videos, single pictures, carousels? I'm not very good at short reels, but I think everybody who knows me knows about that. Some will call me Chatty Cathy. But what I would like to know is, what do you do? Are you a maker? Are you creative in some way? And I don't mean that necessarily that you need to have a business around it like I do, but I think everybody has something creative within them. And you might be great at baking cakes, or you might really love knitting, or you might love to build, I don't know, stuff in your garden, or or something else, something I haven't thought of, or maybe you like to write like I do, or work with clay like I do, or work with crayons, or multimedia, or whatever. What is your favorite way of creating, if any, and what do you make? Leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you all. I'm looking forward to sharing the rest of my work with you throughout March. If you have any questions, do let me know, because we're not the last, but the semi-last one is FAQ. Now, I think that one is about answering the most heard question, but the question I get heard most is not so much about making. So if you've got any questions related to the creative work I do let me know. I wish you a lovely day, creative month, and I will see you soon.